Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike. 158. Inside. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Big air. Big air. Big air. Wide, get wide. Check 13, check 13. Watch that. Alert 3. Right left. Watch out. Plant. Check 3.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch 3 are going. Watch the slant. Check 3. Tighten up. Watch twist. Right left. Quick edge. Box it.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
You ain't got nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Play action. It's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards.
Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
At the Packers' 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room. Sprint him out to one side.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20. To the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, Zadarius Smith. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Jim. Hey, Jim.
7-7, our score after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Check. All right. Check 43. He's coming. We got double up. Tight dog. Check nickel. Charlie. Don't left, Charlie. 1-3. Zoom. I got it. Hey, check 26. 58 to Mike. 58. Plant. I got him. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. Box it. 58, right? 58.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
58.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
58, boys, 58. 58 is mine. Hey, let's get this. 58. 58 to mine. I'm here all day.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Wild Bill. Check 24. Check 26. Check. Lucky. Hey, switch gears. Switch. SOS. Jim. SOS.
Jones works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 29-yard line.
Inside. Check 37. Slant. Live. Zoom.
On second down now, it's Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
30.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Inside. Plant. Check 99. Check 99. We are going. Right left 399.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Box it. Fresno. Hey, 88. Switch. You go tight. You got over here. You got tight right there. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, turn it up. No, you draw corker. Watch twist. Slam. Check 4.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Banjo. Hey, black.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
on second down. It's Cohen. Preston Smith there on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
13 yards. First down, Bears.
Red, go. Hey, Alpha.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Number 50. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 52. Check 9. Check 9. Check 3. Check 3. Go right. Plant. Check 30. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Done. Over. Roy.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Calling a a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Kill. Right left. Kill. Turn up. Where y'all going? Zoom. Go. Look again.
They'll go again to Jones. And an alley to run. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 58 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got Burton here. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dean Lowry in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's got Miller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. On first down, Cohen. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on it.
Again, it's Cohen. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Trubisky will throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after here coming up. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Packers 28,
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Strip that ball. Check 3, check 3.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Switch. Check the backer, check the backer. Quick the edge. Teammate. Come. Jim. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Right. Rush in.
Again, it's Jones. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 15.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Under 10. Check out. Shit.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 33 and a first. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Trubisky now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Dean Lowry in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Trubisky to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. They're going to try and run for it. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
26.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded at the 2.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's checking Craig. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker, 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 Joker. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Jack. Plant. Get him. Get it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This is Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Ha-ha Clinton-Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer there on the stop. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Inside.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Plant. Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
White left. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, check 20. We are going. Check 24, check 24. Check. Lucky. Hey, switch gears. Box it.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Boston Scott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They do tack on the extra point as well. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Throwing now is Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Alert. Mike 51. Watch the run.
Trubisky to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
18. Hey, wahoo!
Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Switch. Right here, guys. Mike 51. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. SOS. Hey, alert. Move. Hey, orbit.
Again, it's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
On 1st down. It's Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, the 20, 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 74 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist, twist. Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watch the curve, watch the curve.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. Third down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Try to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll run on first down. Jones. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
You got time. Okay, over here. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. Hey, turn right. No.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 50. Deuce. Check. Hey, flag. Alert flare. Right now, you got 58. Out. Check. Undercut. Back north.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Check 31. 49. Check 49. Mike's 59.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
You must be dreaming. Inside. Over. Shit. Check 26. Check.
On first down, it's Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got 3 down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Let's go.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.